Hi, everyone, and welcome back again to the Unlikely Friends podcast. Today, we have the Unlikely Warden, other words known as Austin in real life. Thank you so much for joining us, Austin. We appreciate
You're
you
welcome.
being here with us. So, for those of you at home who don't know, obviously everyone in the group does know, Austin is a member of the Social Media Trailer Park. He's probably one of our most passionate members of the Social Media Trailer Park
Very
as
much
far as
so.
like
Very much so.
the family aspect goes. But on a real note, he's like legit family to me, which is so cool. He's actually my husband Trevor's cousin. So we'll get into that later and kind of talk about, how me and you met and how you got integrated into the group and all the good things. How do you feel about being here?
I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. I
Good.
love that. I
Good.
love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, me too. Me
We're
too.
excited to have you.
Same. Yeah, yeah, definitely excited to have you. I have one question
Mm-hmm.
to lead off though. What is one thing that you feel like everybody should know about Austin?
Yes.
There's multiple things, but I'm quiet, reserved. I like to be the one in the background, so that way if certain things go down, and like that situation that happened on the meetup, Jared, I stood back, watched it all go down, and then by the time morning came, you and I just had that interaction, and I told you exactly what happened.
Yeah. You definitely
Austin,
you definitely saved Jeremy from full blackout. Like, oh, Austin remembers.
he
Cool.
is our like silent warrior, which
Yeah,
I
eyes and
love.
ears. Eyes and ears.
Mm-hmm. And every group has to have one. I
Yes.
think we have like a couple. I would say that like Austin is definitely like one of the main ones. You stay the quietest probably. We have a couple people who like sit back and observe. I would say producer Carrot is another one of those where you just kind of like sit back and watch
Yeah.
and see what's
Yeah.
happening. So when things happen, because like me, I'm like all over the place. I'm like blissfully unaware all the time of everything. I'm over here like dee dee dee, like just existing happily, and everyone else is just like, okay, Courtney.
That's why you blend in with us
But
so
no, I
well.
love that.
You even us all out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that sometimes maybe that can be portrayed as something else.
Sure.
And Austin, I mean, correct me if you think I'm wrong. Do you think that once we got to the meetup, maybe people understood you better?
Yeah.
Like meeting you in person and like because like obviously like I've met you in person multiple times, you're like legit family to me, but I think people meeting you in person maybe gave them a better sense of like it's not that I'm this like odd guy that just doesn't say anything. It's like, no, I'm here and I'm present and I know exactly
Yeah.
what's going on, but like I'm observing. Like you're like
That
our little silent ninja.
that was actually the thing that surprised me the most about you, Austin, is that you weren't just like a quiet dude. You were actually present, very much present.
Mhm.
You pay attention. You are very like when you explain something, you're very articulate in how you explain shit. Like you're very precise, or you try to
Yeah.
be like as precise as you possibly can be. And I know from experience, you definitely didn't like save me, but you were definitely like a very helpful person in a situation that arose for toxic Jeremy on the trip.
Or whatever.
How's it make you feel to know that Jerome or whatever was in full effect on
Jerome,
that trip? How's it make you feel to know that you were so important to like something being like you definitely helped me on that trip, like helped.
It made my heart feel full and warm and just in all genuinity or whatever however you're supposed to word it.
We'll
It
make
just
up
made me
words
feel
if you
good being
want.
there for someone.
I'm cool with that. We could have a whole
Yeah.
Austin dictionary by the end of this shit. I'm cool.
Heck yeah. No, it meant a lot to me, dude.
No,
Like, cause you were a person that you were very aware. You're very aware of your surroundings, and that was another thing that like surprised me about you. Cause like right away,
Mhm.
you are kind of taken as that guy who just kind of sits back, doesn't really say much, whether you're shy, whatever the case may be. You know, you're known as a quiet dude, but in person, like if anybody took the time to talk to you, it was definitely like a worth a shit conversation. You know, like
oh yeah,
I feel like
Yeah.
you related yourself to a lot of us on that trip and made yourself closer in the group in general. How did you feel about the
for
trip?
sure.
It was nice being out of my mom's condo for a few days.
Fair
What,
enough.
what was your favorite part of it?
Um, it might be repetitive from at least two people you've already interviewed, but Rabbit Hash, because yes, I've lived here all my life, but I've never been down there at one time in my entire
I think
life.
that's crazy that you've never
Yeah,
been down there,
I didn't
especially
know that
because like your
either.
uncle and Trevor go all the time. I
I mean,
mean,
Sure.
Trevor's
Rodney and
dad has
Trevor
talked to
go.
me about going down there, but we never
Yeah,
like got around to it.
sure. Yeah. I just think that's great. Like when we were down there when you said that, and I was like, what? Like, how have you
Yeah.
never been here? You know what I mean? Like you said, you
Well,
grew up here your whole life,
I
and
didn't hear you say that when we were down there.
yeah. Yeah, and two
Okay.
of your family members, like I said, I mean, me and Trevor take the bike down all the time. Rodney and Andrea take the bike down all the time. It's just crazy to me that like you have family that literally is there like all the time and you've never been. I think that's wild. But I'm glad that your first time was with us. That's pretty cool.
I mean, in the future, if I ever get a motorcycle, I would definitely be down to ride all the way down there.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. Well, you always have people to ride with if you do.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, me and Trev love doing all that. So, Austin, let's kind of get into your TikTok journey just as much as the rest of us have had one. Obviously that's how our group got started. And so getting into like how that became a thing for you. I remember the first time you ever hopped into one of my lives. Um and you were sitting there commenting, and I feel like something was happening. Like it was one of those nights where like something was popping off in the live, and correct me if I'm wrong, but someone said something to me and you were like, I didn't even know you were in the chat because your name on TikTok was, I think, the bearded warden at the time.
Yep. Yep.
And I didn't know who you were. I didn't know that you were Trevor's cousin, Austin. I had no idea. And I
Wow.
just thought you were someone that was watching the live. And he comments and he's like, hold on, that's my cousin in law. Back the fuck up. Like, it was one of those moments where I was like, wait, who is this? And you were like, it's Austin, Courtney. And I was just like, oh shit. Hey, Austin, what's up? Like, but you like
Cool.
immediately were ready to defend me for whatever. I don't even remember what it was. Someone said something stupid and he was like right there. And then I
Yeah. Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
like a couple days later you popped in again. And then um I don't even remember like when you actually came up in a box for the first time with us. But I just remember like it happening and me being like, "Oh shit, Austin's here. Like this is awesome." And I loved that you came up because like you said, you're a quiet guy. You're kind of the sit in the background and reserved kind of guy. I never in a million years knowing you would have thought that you would have ended up in a box, let alone in boxes now talking with everybody and like really being a part of the group, you know? So
I mean,
how was that for you? Like that transition from section 8 barely even typing in the chat but just liking the live to now you're in boxes every day.
in the beginning, I remember being in your Section 8 at least the week after or a few weeks after your surgery.
Yeah.
And as far as the first time I got into one of your boxes, I don't remember that.
Sure.
Yeah, I just remember like you came up in a box and you were quiet, but I was just like, "All right guys, like this is Trevor's cousin. Everyone say hi." And then like you hung out for a while.
Yeah. I remember that.
And you didn't talk for a while. Like, you were in a box, but you still were, like, commenting in the chat. It took you a
Yeah.
while to get you, like, talking out loud to people,
This
but
actually
you were
fits.
there.
This actually fits into something that producer Carrot asked. He said, "How has being on live with the group helped you with any type of social anxiety, and if so, how?"
Um, it's helped a pretty decent amount because, I mean, even in your lives, Jer, I've said it before that I hop in lives just to get my mind off the voices in my head.
Yeah, yeah,
That's fair. I think a lot of us have that, like, inner monologue of, like, self-doubt, bullshit, the things that you tell yourself. You're always meaner to yourself than anyone else ever is.
yeah, yeah.
Which is unfortunate because, they always say, like, love yourself before you can love anyone else and all that stuff.
That's
But I think
hard.
we're always like, it's so hard to, like,
Yeah,
really truly be that for yourself, especially when you have, like, all these things and like past traumas and things that weigh you down. It's really hard to do that, but the one thing I will say that I love so much about, like, our dynamic as a group is I think we just bring out the best in each other,
sure.
and when one person is, like, kind of feeling that, like, we're all like, "Okay, hold on, wait, nope, let me tell you what's amazing about you before you get to that point."
Uh,
I
yeah,
will say one of my favorite, like, core memories, Austin, of you being in the group and being active in the group is when we got back from the trip. I'll never forget this conversation because it warmed my heart so much. It was a super late night live. I was still working at Drake's at the time, and I had been live, and then Jeremy went live, and I hopped out of a box, and I was like, "All right, guys, I'm going to bed." And I think most people had, and it was just you and Jeremy in a box for a while, and you and Jeremy had, like, the most legit conversation about your growth and, like, how much we've seen you transition from the quiet guy that's in the background to the guy that's very much active and the one of the biggest supporters of the family aspect of our group. And you guys had the coolest conversation about how Jeremy just, like, pointed out to you, like, I've seen how much you've grown. I've seen how, like, strong-willed you've been now and, like, how
yeah,
active you are and how much of a voice you've brought forward to the group as well, and an opinion and a true presence in the group.
yep,
And I just love that for you so much because, like I said, me and Trevor have been together 7 years. Uh it's been almost exactly 4 years since we first met because we met on our wedding day. Mine and Trevor's wedding day was the first time I ever met you in person. Um, and seeing that transition and knowing you, like, in real life before TikTok ever was a thing in either one of our
right.
lives, really,
Yeah,
that's amazing. And I don't know if you see that in yourself, but, like, it is very apparent
yeah.
having, like,
Well,
knowing you on the
I've only known
outside.
you for like three months, probably. Honestly, like if we talk
Mhm.
real, like 3.5 months, we've probably known each other pretty well, being in lives and stuff. But even from like first day to the trip, there's growth, and then post trip, you could see how comfortable you are. You became comfortable with like yourself on a different level, man. Like I can't tell you enough how proud I am of you. Just being a dude that like has stepped your own like mind game up on yourself. 3 months, man. That's big fucking growth in 3 months, dude. Be proud
Yeah.
of yourself.
I am.
You
How
should
do
It's
be.
you
just,
feel about it? Like, do you feel like
Yeah,
you notice a change in it?
I mean, I feel a change, but like, my personal opinion is you can't just start off with that right off the rip trust. You got to
sure.
work towards that and tell
Oh,
yourself
yeah.
it's going to be
Yeah.
okay. They're not going to hurt me. They're not going to bully me. And I guess I'm at that stage now.
Is that something you dealt with a lot in your past, was bullies?
Um, I can't remember what grade I was in, but it was like my last day at River Ridge.
Mhm.
I had a African American friend who literally put a stuck a kick me sign on my back in the middle of class. And then we fast forward to high school. I was sitting in my high school females teacher class for chemistry, just leaning, well, sitting like downwards, and I had my new furred winter coat on that my mom just got me. And this one guy who was like really shorter than me, because y'all know how tall I am.
Yeah.
You're huge.
Yeah. He took some scissors and cut off some of the fur, and then went to go and cut off some of my hair.
Oh, hell no.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
That's
And that was
wild.
another one that happened in the middle of class.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's shitty.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't like that. God, kids are fucking mean,
Yeah,
dude.
they are. They are.
For no, like, what is the point in that?
Right, right.
So stupid. It's so
That's-
stupid. It's like, why?
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
Mm-mm. Well, wherever in public and you see that little motherfucker, just know I'm coming for you, bitch.
I'll pop them.
Fuck with my family. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding, but we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Privately.
Yeah, we'll talk about it privately, away from here.
Probably on TikTok.
Carrot has a good question for you. Have you ever shown love to someone going through the same things that you've been through, and has that made it easier or more difficult for you to love yourself as you were going through the similar situation?
Um,
That can be like relationship wise, or even just like in general, like having love for your friends and family and things like that.
well, I don't know if I should, you know what, since I haven't talked to her about it yet, but y'all know who I'm talking to, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. Your
100%.
current girly
Yeah.
pop.
Yeah. One of her kiddos is autistic like me, and knowing that and what I've been through, I can always be that shoulder for her to lean on in the future.
Absolutely. And what a like truly amazing dynamic, because I'm sure like it's hard when you're older, you kind of grow into it. You know what I mean? Like you've lived with autism your entire life. So
Yeah.
you like know what your triggers are and what things like what your stims are and things like that. But like as a child, I'm sure it was like hard, like pre-diagnosis, post-diagnosis, whatever it is. And as a mom, like I'm sure that that's frustrating is not the word to use, but maybe it's difficult to adjust from one child to the next when you have an autistic child or a child that has, you know, a different sort of like
Some type of
learning
special need in
process.
general. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Any what no matter what it is, I'm sure that that's like probably refreshing for her to be, so you can be like, "Hey, just so you know, like that's normal behavior for an autistic child," or like, "I went through the same thing. Let me
Yeah.
relate to you about this." Like I'm sure that's very helpful for her.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, how old were you, Austin, when you were diagnosed? Is diagnosed the right word? Am I using the right word for that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I honestly don't remember. I'd have to
You don't
talk to my
remember?
mom about that.
Were you
Yeah.
pretty young though? Were you
And
like
what
on were was
But
it like
yeah,
pre 10 or older than 10?
might have been pre-10.
Okay. Oh, so
okay.
you've like known since young age. Cuz how old are you now? You're 32 now, correct?
I'll be 33 in July.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he's the same age as me.
Okay.
So you are between Trevor and his brother, right? You're like dead smack in between the two of them age-wise,
Yep.
but in the
What
same grade as Trevor's brother.
what's been the most difficult thing you've had to overcome in the group dealing with like dealing with having autism or being on the spectrum in any way, shape, or form in general, like, because that usually is associated with like social anxiety and, like that type of stuff. Like, what's been the most difficult thing for you, like in boxes, going live with us every day? Uh, just so like other people that maybe like deal with a lot of the same things, because it's common, man. Like,
Oh yeah.
I think, hearing your story for a lot of people will be like kind of refreshing, or maybe be like, oh, I could
Eye-opening.
maybe take that route, or like maybe I can start talking to people through social media, build my confidence. So when I meet them in person, it's not nearly as much of a,
Intimidating, maybe.
obstacle. Yeah, yeah. So what was the most difficult thing you dealt with, and been the easiest?
There's multiple things like figuring out what to talk about, how to talk about it, uh, trying to say something while everybody's meh, 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 meh.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
That's hard for us, man. I can't imagine when you're
Yeah.
when you're overstimulated like that and trying to focus on five or six different people at the same time. Like, we can't do that, and we don't have to deal with what you deal with. So I can't imagine just
Right.
sitting in the box being like where's my place? Where, like, when can I fit into this conversation, and how?
When can you fit in? How can you fit in? And what's the appropriate timing to fit in? I think and those are all things that all of us deal with, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Austin, would you say that it's easier or more difficult to have a conversation with someone in person, or like where you're in your like comfort of your own home?
50-50. It depends on the situation at hand.
Okay, that's fair.
Is it more dependent on
That's
the
definitely fair.
person than it is your surroundings?
That's another 50-50. Just
Okay.
depends on if it's someone you trust or not trust.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, trust is big, man. Trust is, and it doesn't come
Because you don't
easy
want to be like
anymore. It's,
saying
it's,
XYZ to someone you don't trust or like
Sure.
got a bad vibe about.
Sure.
right. Right.
Because you never know what they're going to fucking do to you.
Carrot's got another
I mean,
good
that's with
question.
everybody.
Carrot's got
Yeah.
another good question. Having autism, any advice or encouragement for those who may be watching, whether they're friends, significant others, caretakers, or individuals with autism?
Um, find your niche. Like, my niche is video games, obviously, henceforth the
Yeah, sure.
headset.
Sure.
But not only that, but surround yourself with people that like from here all the way down to the tip of your toes that you fully know that you can trust. And like surround yourself with good people because good people, good vibes means good times.
Well, and I think it's important. I think that especially I've known a lot of people with autism in my
Same.
lifetime. And the one thing that I can say, I mean, cuz autism is such like a broad word. Like when I say like, "Oh yeah, like this person's autistic or this person's autistic." There's nonverbal, there's high functioning, there's
Yep.
a
Yep.
spectrum, there's,
Right.
like severely autistic, and there's such a broad range.
Yep. Yep.
And but I think the one thing that I will say that I have found in common with everybody that I've ever met that has autism or is uh, from on the spectrum to
Yep.
nonverbal low functioning is if they feel safe, they're fine.
Yeah.
And I think that that's true for like anybody, really. But like I also know that I can fake it probably better than somebody who is on the spectrum, cuz I mean, Austin, you're a no bullshit guy. No
Yep.
bullshit.
Very
You're
much
going to tell me
so.
exactly how it is
Yep.
every single time. You're not going to fucking lie to me about it. You're just going to tell it like it is.
Yep.
I think that's because you are hyper aware of things, and that is one of the things about autism that I fucking love is that you're not going to bullshit me ever. You're just going to tell
Straightforward.
me like it is.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
so straightforward. But when you feel safe, you're able to kind of like, and I've noticed that with autism. So I think that that's a great point to make, is saying like, find people that you feel safe with, find people that you can trust, because I think that you've been able, like I said before, you've been able to let loose so much more with us and joke around and know that your jokes are being received differently than maybe they were in the beginning. Because right at first when we meet you, like, you might have like a dark humor thing to say and you're so
You
deadpan about it,
also,
like your sense of humor is hilarious because you're
yeah.
so dry.
Yes.
And that's what makes it so funny, though. Now that everyone knows you better, they can be like, that's fucking hilarious. Whereas before we'd be like,
I think that
was
the
he being
trip
serious or
also
was that
made
a
you
joke?
more.
Like, you know what I mean?
We also feel like you're more accessible after the trip.
Mm-hmm.
Like as a
Mm-hmm.
person, like not like accessible, like easy to talk to, because you are. I've always thought of you as easy to talk to for myself.
Yeah.
Like, but more easily accessible, like for you, like who you are. Who you are comes
Mm-hmm.
out so much more now. You're comfortable. You're more comfortable in your skin, and like
And you're
watch.
hilarious. And
Yes,
a lot of people
yes.
didn't know that before the trip.
Right, right, 100%. And you made yourself what I guess the trip did for me, like as far as like you and I are concerned, is I realized how like fucking easy to trust you are.
Mhm.
Like, you know,
I'm telling you, he's a warrior for this group.
where like there's not a question whether you're lying to people when you tell them something, because like she said, you're a no bullshit guy, and there's really just, you're just coming at a person regardless of, there's so little thought of feeling that it's nothing but honesty. And I am a tough love, like come at me straight type of person in the first place. So a person like me
Mm-hmm.
appreciates the straightforwardness, like notices how much more straightforward and how comfortable you are telling people things now. It's been pretty awesome to watch, honestly.
Yeah. Like if Austin comes to me and says something, I know for a fact it's fact. There's no question about whether or not I'm going to believe him. If he came to me and he said, Courtney, the sky is actually orange right now, like I know
Right.
I'm going to walk outside and that sky is going to be orange.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no question.
Yeah.
I don't even have to go look to verify the facts, because I know if Austin tells me that's the way it is, I know it's going to be fact.
Yeah. If he didn't know it, who wouldn't say it?
He wouldn't say it.
Right.
Not a shot.
And you're
Yep,
better
my
at
own
letting
personal
people know
motto
that
is
you're
I don't
fucking with them.
sugarcoat shit. I don't give
No.
bullshit. I keep it real. I tell you how it is.
Mm-hmm.
You can either deal with it or move on.
And you're, even when you joke, you're very much like, I'm only joking, but like,
Yeah. Yeah.
which
Like you're
sometimes
always
makes the
very
jokes
like,
even better. Like you're funnier than Courtney for sure.
okay.
Like I know where
I'm
my
not going to
low would
say he's not.
go.
I'm not going to say he's not, because
It
I
makes
do
it
think
funnier
he's
that he
really
doesn't.
hilarious.
You don't realize you're funny sometimes, Austin. And that to me, like if I'm in a live with you and you say something just like dry as shit, and there's like little to no reaction to it, that fucking kills me. Because
The
like
amount of times that me and Jeremy have like made eye contact in a live, knowing that me and you are the only ones that heard the shit that Austin just said. And we're
yeah,
like
yeah.
dying laughing off to the side, like,
Why
oh shit,
isn't
that was
anybody
fucking
else laughing
hilarious.
at what he just said? Because that was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Nah,
Like,
long
for
story
example,
short,
what do you call two horses in love?
What do
what
you
do you
call two
call?
horses in love? I don't know.
A stable relationship.
Nope, you're in Courtney. You're in Courtney's zone now, boss.
He's trying to say you're not funny now, Austin.
No longer funny. That was it. We drew a line there.
A
That was some
stable
Jebediah
relationship.
shit
I
right
liked
there
it.
that
I
just
thought it was
happened.
cute. It was YouTube appropriate.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Austin
What
hit
did
that
Carrot
Courtney
say?
humor on the head, is what Carrot had to say about that.
Okay, well, producer Carrot, no one asked you.
Yay for
So
Carrot being back. Boo, Courtney.
let out.
Boo,
Yeah,
Courtney.
producer Carrot is back. This is the first time he's been back since Nick's episode? No, Widow's episode. He wasn't here for Nick's.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So what, 2 episodes? This is like, yeah, 2 episodes ago. He was dealing with the ice storm, and what he does for a job, he has
He's
been
full power
working
ahead now, though.
insane hours the past couple weeks, and I have had a break from him, which has been fantastic. So now I'm just going to be tired again, and because I just have to deal with not only Jeremy bullying me, but producer Carrot bullying me as well.
Boo. Boo.
Yeah, boo you, bitch. Boo you. He said, hush, woman. All right, 1930s Carrot is here.
Pre-voting, Carrot.
Yeah, pre women can vote Carrot is here. Apparently.
You can say I'm not funny anymore, but I know I'm funny, and that's all that matters.
That is all that matters. Well, I think that a lot.
Same.
Every time I talk, I'm like, you might be the only one that thinks this is funny, but it is.
I think I'm hilarious.
And
I
here,
catch you and Carrot both laughing at me all the time. So
I laugh a lot that you think you're funny. Ooh, flash up on the screen even. Waka waka.
perfect
he
example of me
flashed it on
being
the
the
screen.
person who pays attention. To answer your question, Carrot, finding a group of people or someone who I feel safe around, it don't look like anything. It just, you know when you feel it.
Sure.
I love that answer.
That makes absolute sense, though. Like
that just warmed my whole heart.
That's the perfect way to put that. You know when you feel it. None of us had a group.
So
none of us had a group of 20, 25 people. None of us did.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's just overwhelming as hell sometimes. But
at least not that all of us are close to. We're all so different. Like,
no.
I mean, hence the name of the podcast. But real talk, like
unlikely friends.
We're all so different that, and yet, like none of us really had the like core group of more than like 2 or 3 people where we were really close to them. And now, like, we're close to everybody that comes up in boxes. We just hung out with 15 people on that trip and loved every second of it. Like, that's not something I'm used to. You can't be used to it, Austin. And you're probably not either, really, Court. Like,
no, I mean, not that big of a group. Like, I've always been very social, and I've always gotten along with a lot of people. But like, even when I was in high school, I had like 4 like really solid friends.
I feel like we're like the
stepping
stone of people. We're like a staircase of like the types of people we are when it comes to people.
100%. Like,
you're social.
I wouldn't say I was popular, because I wasn't popular by any means. But I like got along with every group because I was always like, I just was nice to everybody. So like, yeah, I got invited to parties and like did the whole thing, but I wasn't like in the popular group. I just like was adjacent.
You might not be able to tell now, but I didn't party in high school. Not even a little.
I partied way more than you did. I didn't really drink. Or anything like that. I never trusted my friends to drive us home because they would be like, "Oh, I'll DD," and then we'd get there and they'd be hammered 10 minutes in, and I'd be like, "I'm driving again. Got it. Heard."
Right.
Wow, Carrot.
What'd he say?
Looking at yourself in the mirror doesn't constitute as having a friend, Court. I'm glad I got to read that because now it felt like I said it. Terrible. I walked right into it too. I was like, "Oh, that's kind of funny." So I read it. And I was like, "Oh no!" Now I said it out loud.
Yeah, that's not nice, Carrot. That's not nice. But you know what? He told me one time that he was a nerd who had no friends in school. So,
well,
listen to your own advice, Carrot.
Very true.
Very true.
Very true. He says.
All right, well, this isn't about Carrot. This is about Austin.
Yeah.
So we're going to get back on track.
We're off the rails a little bit, but
Austin,
whatever.
tell us about growing up. I want to
Uh,
know, like, I know your family, obviously, personally. I've met all of them because I am married into them. But tell us about growing up. What was it like?
Middle child,
Okay.
slapped in between older sister and younger sister.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not many very people know about this, but and I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible, but my father and I, we would always butt heads,
Sure. Okay.
and if it weren't for my mom stepping in every time that would happen, I would have been in jail years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I can
okay.
relate to that. I have been in jail years ago.
And since I've got like roughly 32 years of internal anger, I take it out on video games.
I can relate to that
Okay.
too.
I don't chuck it at the TV. I just play Call of Duty.
There
How
you
many
go.
kills can I get?
So let's talk about your sisters because your older sister is definitely the probably one of the better older sisters you could ever ask for. I mean, she's like very uh what's the word? Caretakery. She definitely cares about the people around her and she's very quick to handle situations. Would you agree?
Yeah.
I think she is. I think she's very like involved with like when something happens with the family, like, grandma and grandpa, she was like very involved in like taking care of grandpa before he passed and
Yeah.
doing she does a lot for your grandmother and she's very involved that way. Um,
That was just the
I
most
think she's
brother
been
answer I've ever seen. It was the most brother
it
reaction
really
I've
was.
ever seen. I loved it.
She's what, 2 years older than you, Austin?
Her and I are 18 months apart.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize she was that close. Oh, so she's only a grade above me. I didn't realize I thought she was 2 grades above me. I don't know why I thought that. That's weird. Um, Probably because of the way she carries herself. She's very like maternal. Um, okay, and then your younger sister is awesome. Allie, is she taller than you?
I believe so,
His
by
younger
about an
sister,
inch.
she is so tall, Jeremy. She's beautiful. She's got this like long red hair. She's like fabulous. Like she's beautiful. She's so tall. I'm like she could absolutely be a runway model. Like she's just so beautiful. So sweet. She's getting married soon, isn't she?
September.
Right
And
on.
how long has she been with her fiance?
They've been on and off, so it's hard telling.
Long time though.
Yeah.
Longer than me and Trevor have been together.
I mean, how they just recently moved into their very first home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're getting married this year, which is exciting. We just got the save the date in the mail. I was excited about that. Do you like him? Say it on here. Be truthful. You're not gonna lie.
He's a quiet PC gamer, so he's alright in my book.
I love that that's like the what constitutes like whether he's good enough to marry your
That was
sister.
Austin, that was another really safe brother answer.
Yep.
And
No,
don't
he
get
is.
me
I can
wrong.
confirm he's a quiet guy, but he's super nice and he treats Allie great.
I mean, I can see how he treats her really great, but one wrong move, I'm gonna cuss his ass out.
As you should.
As I should.
As you should. As a good big brother should.
Right, right.
Okay, so let's talk more about your family is loud. Trevor's mom, it's so Trevor's mom and Austin's dad are brother and sister.
Okay,
Yeah, so that's how they're cousins.
sure.
Um, and that side of the family specifically is so loud. Like I thought my family was loud and then I met them and I was like, "Holy shit." Like Christmas is wild, Thanksgiving, I mean, the whole thing. It's wild when you go over there. And there's so many of them. Big Catholic family. Um, so there's a ton of them. Just
Right.
like my side of the family, that's how we are too. Big Catholic family. There's a ton of us. What was that like, Austin, being a quiet guy and growing up in a family that's like literally like ear-shattering loud?
I've learned to tune it out every now and then.
Yeah.
I suppose growing up with it, it
Although I
makes
gotta
it.
say, my dad's side of the family isn't as nearly as large as my mom's side.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, my mom's parents popped out 12 kids.
Oh
Well,
shit, that is
Grandpa's
Catholic as
got
hell.
30 grandchildren, including great grandchildren, and on New Year's, it was on the news.
show up on your doorstep.
My
Careful.
cousin, now since he's no longer here, I'm sure I can say his name. But my uncle Steve, one of my uncle Steve's daughters, one of her daughters had a kid, and that it was on the news because it was a New Year's baby.
Okay.
Oh, sick.
Cool. Cool. Yeah.
That is cool. Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
makes my grandpa's great grandchild.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of people. Damn.
Yeah, it is.
That is, I mean, hell. Okay, that's a great question, Carrot. So Carrot asks, like, how do you deal with being overstimulated in like a healthy way? So we're at family Christmas and it's loud and it's obnoxious and you feel like you might be getting overstimulated or like overwhelmed in a situation. How do you deal with it in a healthy way in the moment?
If I've got cigarettes or a vape, I just step out in the garage and puff away, calm down,
Okay, that's
and
one
then
way
go
to
back
think about
in.
it. But let's consider the fact that when do you think that you were able to like
Be
healthily
okay.
have like a
Healthy.
Carrot
healthy
says.
vice?
Carrot
Because
said I said
well,
healthy.
and yeah, exactly. Well, because you gotta figure, you're 32 years old now. You're gonna be 33 this year, same as me. Having the like vice. I get that, you know what I mean? But there are like, there's a 16-year-old kid who is autistic and has a loud family like you and like he doesn't have access to those things, nor should he develop those habits.
Yeah.
Um so how like for the people who don't have that, like how have you been able to be like such a chill laid back dude where you've been able to handle that? Because I've seen you at family parties where you've just been like whatever, and that's like I feel like that's so it's not easy to do that.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, it took years for me to get to that, well, this mentality around family,
Yeah.
as in like actual family. But
Yeah.
for people who like younger generations who got autism and they got a loud family, say they're all at their grandparents and they got plenty of rooms, and most of the families in the family room go upstairs, go find one of the empty rooms and just sit there for a while.
Okay, so just isolate yourself for a bit to kind of regroup.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I kind of like that answer though, because like sometimes I even feel that way. Like sometimes like I'll be at a family event, whether it's your family or my family, and like I will like fake having to pee because I'm like I just need to step away for a second, and I'm
I
just
kind of
like
go balls deep into
I
the
can't just like
confrontation.
disappear into thin air.
I lean
Do
in.
what?
I lean in hard to the confrontation.
It's not even about the confrontation sometimes. Sometimes it's just about the fact that there's so many conversations
Yeah.
happening at one
Yeah.
time. And
I
you've
mean,
got, you know, four uncles over here that are screaming about politics. And then you've got your aunts over here that are oohing and awing over the newest baby of the family. And then you got all the cousins screaming in the background. You got the kids across the way playing games and
I
they're being loud as shit.
I personally have a green habit that prevents that stuff seeping in.
Exactly. But for those of us who don't have the vices, for those of us who don't have that or don't like, I mean, obviously, like me and Austin are from a
Healthy,
Catholic family. Like
healthy, healthy substitutes
people
for everything.
drink, Catholics are known for like drinking and indulging, and that's fine. But
You are
like when
asking
you're
for a gang of
driving
priests to
to,
show up. You're going to have a gang of priests to show up at your door pretty soon.
yeah, well, probably that's fine. Come on
With
over, bud.
rulers. With rulers.
I got my crucifix hanging in my house. I'm good.
Bunch of
I'm good with
nuns
the
with
Lord.
rulers going like this going to show up at your door.
Hey, I went to Catholic school my whole life. I done put in the work to say what I want to say about it. And I'm still a practicing Catholic. I mean, me and Trevor were married in the Catholic Church, so I
Yeah.
can say what I want as a practicing Catholic.
I thought I saw you at church last Sunday.
And not even just a creaster either. Almost a creaster, because I was working every Sunday forever. But now that I don't, I have Sundays off now, so I can actually go to church again. Austin, do you still go to church at all? When was the last time you were at church? I'm not going to like Catholic shame you. That's not what's going to happen here. Just a question, because you were raised Catholic like me.
Uh,
I won't even be able to go to church
Friday,
after
I
this
went to a
episode.
funeral for one of my teachers from Holy Cross who passed away.
Okay. So you just went to Mass like not long ago.
Yeah.
Sick. Okay. Hell yeah.
It was definitely an eye-opening experience
Yeah?
because it's not the same as your average funeral.
Sure.
What do you mean?
Well, you know how they've got the body in the casket usually, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, eventually they close it, and then they do the baptismal cloth,
Oh, yeah.
and then 4 sisters take things and place it on top of the casket.
Oh.
And then once the funeral mass is over, they somehow swiftly get the nun into the hearse and off to the cemetery. No
Wow.
procession. So, yeah.
So it's like very minimal, not like a celebrated Mass.
I'm going to have to look
And
into that for my
apparently,
own.
usually those aren't ever open to the public. So it was either go and watch that experience and just live through it or miss out on it entirely.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never been to a nun's like funeral, so that is good to know. I don't know why it's good to know. It's just good to know.
It
It's
is
just an
today.
interesting fact.
It's good to know today.
Yep.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. I was reading that comment, but that was just like what Carrot was saying about me saying like
Austin,
stepping away and grounding
What's
yourself.
your favorite thing about yourself, Austin?
I'm easy
I
to
love this
talk to as
question.
long as I'm comfortable talking to you and trust you. I like video games, obviously. And I like to eat food, take showers, go to work.
Well, it's a good thing you like to shower, Austin. Thank God. Thank God for everyone around you that you like to shower. Okay, so you just got a new job, right?
Yep.
Okay.
How are you
I'm
Are you
liking it?
excited?
in the training process of it.
Oh, you're still in training. Okay.
I mean, I was supposed to be there this morning, but this one person didn't have me on the schedule, but it's okay. They got me on there for tomorrow.
Okay. Well, good. That's exciting. Exciting stuff. Do you think that you think you're gonna like it there so far?
It's definitely a step outside of warehouse jobs.
Okay. Good deal. We love that.
Yep.
Have you ever worked outside of a warehouse before?
I tried working for Kroger, but that didn't go so well.
And that's almost like being in a grocery store is almost like working in a warehouse, though.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, but
Fair enough.
me being an introverted man and applied for a bagger position,
Oh,
I
sure.
don't
And you
like to
got
talk to
ladies
people.
trying to talk to you all day long.
No, they're all like, "You're supposed to be saying welcome. Do you want bags? Thank you for shopping with us.
No, you don't. Listen, as a customer of somebody who like goes to the grocery store weekly, if my beggar does not speak to me, I'm not upset. Like half the
Exactly.
time I go through self-checkout because I'm like, I don't want to speak to anyone anyway.
I purposely don't talk to my baggers because I'm sure they've talked to everybody all day.
That's the other thing too, is I've been in customer service my whole life and I'm like, you don't want to talk to me.
No.
I don't want to talk to you. So like I'm not even gonna fake this
I'm the
conversation and
12th
pretend
person
that I
in
want to
line
talk
right
to you
now.
because I
I'm the
don't.
12th person that you've talked to literally in the last 30 seconds. You don't want to talk to me.
Literally, like, what do you have to say? Exactly. So that's stupid. I think that like I get the customer service thing because I've worked in it for so long, but like be realistic to the public and know that like we don't give a shit.
Right.
Like as a millennial, I can tell you that like I don't want to talk to you just as much as I know for a fact you don't want to talk to me. And the generations under me are meaner than me anyway, so they definitely don't want to fucking talk to you. It's the generations above me and Jeremy and Austin and like beyond. They're the bullshitters. The boomers and all those guys, they're the ones that want to bullshit with you. I don't. I want to leave you
I'm
alone and
like
go
the
the fuck
biggest
home.
tweener in that. If I find somebody I want to bullshit with, I could bullshit for hours. But like, if I
Yeah.
if I don't want to deal with you, like I'll watch a clear glass door close between us while you're talking to me. If that's the case, like, all right, bye.
Yes.
Have fun. Have
Yeah.
a good day.
I
But
agree.
I'm not talking.
Yeah. What did Carrot say?
Uh, he wants to talk about. He said, "Let's talk about your new girlfriend. Where did you meet? How are things going? And what's the future looking like?"
Oh, yes.
He wants
Let's
tea.
talk about
Carrot
her.
wants tea.
Courtney also wants tea. How did you guys meet?
I
You
was
don't got to say her
surfing
name or anything if you don't want to. If
randomly
you're not
through TikTok and came across this one trucker's live,
Okay.
and she was in there. Next thing you know, now I don't even know how I ended up doing it, but after that live that ended, I was in every live that she went into from that day forward.
Was that on purpose?
Unintentional, but it all works out.
Okay. All right.
And sure, it
I don't
might
know if I
be.
believe the unintentional part.
That
That might
might
be
have
the
been a
first time you've ever
first.
lied to
Was
me,
that the
Austin.
first lie Austin's ever told?
To me, yeah.
Nah.
He said unintentional bullshit.
Aha.
I'm calling bullshit on that one. Austin just tried to bullshit me and I'm calling it out.
Accidentally on purpose.
Yeah.
It might
Oops,
have
I'm
been
in this lie.
intentional. I don't know. I don't
Maybe like
remember.
subconsciously intentional.
Yeah.
He was like, "Ooh, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Break me off a piece of that. I'm in." What did he say?
He said, "As Jerry Springer." That was Maury Povich that would say that. As Jerry Springer would say, and we
Maury, yeah.
determined that was a lie.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Sorry, it's sad that I know that Maury Povich said that and not Jerry Springer. I mean, I actually fucking
That's
just
okay.
like, I almost shed a tear over knowing that.
Oh, that's all right.
Huh.
The fact that, like, in the beginning of this, I was like, I know if it comes from Austin, it's 100% fact. And now I'm over here like,
You're
bullshit.
lying to us. We both
Fucking
are just
lies.
like, he never lies. He's so trustable.
And then he lies to us within the same damn breath. What the fuck?
For all of America to see. Oh.
I know. Well, I
I'm
no
full of
longer
surprises.
trust Austin. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I do trust you still.
You almost got him to laugh at that one. Shit, he might think you're funny. Boo, Austin. Boo.
Austin does think I'm funny.
Yeah.
Okay, way to back me up, Austin. I guess you don't. Fuck.
Whoopsie daisy.
All right, well,
We're all funny in our own individual ways.
you know what? I'm just going to end this episode here. Thank you so much, everyone. To the 3 boys in here with me, but everyone else, the rest of America, you're fine. This, Jeremy, Austin, Carrot.
Oops, I fell out of the live. Oh wait, this is a podcast, not a live. Calm down, Jeremy.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. It's fine. I'm not upset or mad or anything, so it's fine.
That's all right. I'll fall out of a live later.
Moving on. Moving on.
To a different trailer park, or where are we moving to?
No, I'm literally like a little salty for real. No, I'm just kidding. Not for real, but
Good.
anyway. Well, Austin, is there anything specific that you want any of our watchers to know about you? Like anything that, they think that you think that they should know about you?
I'm a good guy. I'll chat it up with just about anybody. Make sure to hop in alive if you see me in there, whether it's my live, Court's live, or Chair's live, or whoever in the trailer park's live, and you see me in there, just chop it up with me. Don't chop it up too fast because you don't want to overwhelm or overstimulate me.
And that's why you're funny, Austin.
That's why it's funny. Yep.
I don't think there's a better way to finish. Austin being funny.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that's like actually the best possible way to like full circle that moment.
Hell yeah.
That wasn't even a full hour, was it?
Right at.
Yeah, we're like right there.
Okay.
Right at. Yeah. Awesome. Well, Unlikely Warden, also known as Austin. Well, Austin, also known as Unlikely Warden on TikTok. If you guys catch him on there, he does gaming streams. He also just hangs out in boxes and bullshits with people, and then he also just sits back and lets other people make fools of themselves and watches it happen, and then tells us about it later. So
he's the neighborhood
Austin, we
all
love
around
you.
good guy.
Last minute tidbit: I do sing and I do cartoon impressions.
Dude.
Well, we're not ending it yet. Then we're gonna have to hear some of that.
What kind of cartoon impressions? Now I'm curious.
Yeah.
Give us one.
How come we've never talked about this before?
Give us your favorite and best cartoon impression before we close this out. That's what I want.
You want me to pick one, or would you like to hear the whole list?
Give me like give me three to pick from, and I'll pick one.
Yeah.
Stitch, Marvin the Martian, or Kermit the Frog.
Marvin the Martian. Every day, all day.
Where's my ray gun?
Wait, that was actually really good.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Unlikely Warden.
I want to hear Stitch too. I want to hear Stitch too.
Family means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten.
Austin, how have I never known this about you?
Because I don't talk about it on lives.
I'm literally married to your cousin.
Okay,
I know
fine.
outside of
Give me
TikTok.
Kermit. Give me Kermit too.
Yeah, I need to hear Kermit too.
Where's Miss Piggy?
All right.
Shit.
All right.
Okay. New fun fact unlocked about Austin. Well, that is the Unlikely Warden for you guys. Make sure that you check him out on TikTok. Make sure that you check me out, Court Snort, on TikTok. And as always, the Toxic Jeremy. If you want to check out Producer Carrot, he's known as just Carrot on TikTok, but he's really not that interesting, so I don't recommend it. You will always find him in our lives. You will always find Austin as well. We are always together. This is the Unlikely Friends podcast. Make sure that you go back and watch the other 6 episodes.
Like and subscribe.
We are on episode 7,
like and subscribe. It's
which
free.
is wild. Like and subscribe, and make sure that you hit that bell for notifications. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Austin, thank you so much. You're a delight as always, and we love you very much. Thanks, guys.
Bye.